Today, I want to talk about unlocking your best strategy in the business. So, when we set our goals, when we start a mission, our dream, it's almost like our baby, right? And we want to find the how to get to our dream, how to get to that goal which we have set for our business, how to achieve that big milestone, right? And we are constantly looking for what is the way. So sometimes what happens is, like it happened to me, this is my personal experience, that we hop on from one strategy to the next and the next and the next. And it seems like hard work, stress, burnout. Because what happens is that when we meet somebody who's doing well, we think, okay, this is the strategy which works. So let me try this. Sometimes we take coaching programs to learn it. And then we try it out and it doesn't work. Then we think, okay, maybe I did something wrong. So let's move on to the next strategy. Let's try that. So when I started my coaching business, I did exactly the same because I just wanted to know what is that strategy which is going to work for me? What is that strategy which is the new trending thing in the market that everybody's doing? So I was told that for coaching, the best thing is to start selling your low ticket, and when people get to know you, then sell your high ticket. I did that, created the low ticket, sold it, spent money on ads, didn't work. Then try the next strategy. Okay, sell your medium ticket and do it via webinar because this way your business will be more sustainable. Okay, makes sense. Let's do that. Didn't work. Then I was told, okay, let's do quizzes, then challenges, like all the things I tried. And there was a point when I was getting tired, I was getting stressed, I was getting burnout, and I was thinking, what is the problem? Why doesn't it work? Why is it working for some people, but a lot of people in the industry are literally just waiting for that strategy, waiting for a miracle. It's like, what is that strategy? Why is it hidden? Why it is not working? So after all this struggle, I realized that actually my best strategy is within me and it is me. I am my strategy. So what do I really mean when I say I am my strategy? What I mean is that do I really see myself as a successful entrepreneur, or do I see myself as a starter, somebody who's starting? What kind of image do I hold about myself? What is the self concept that I have about me? Because if I'm thinking that I'm just a starter and I'm trying to make it work and trying to be successful, but actually I'm playing the role of a starter. So my results will just reflect how I think, how I feel, and how I act. So if I really want to have, a quantum leap, when I say quantum leap, I means a leap which is unrealistic, which is big, which is a big milestone, which is a C-type goal, which might be unattainable for a lot of people because it's unrealistic. If I want to achieve those kind of goals, then I need to start with my mind and I need to accept the identity of the person, right, who is already a successful entrepreneur. The challenge is that when we tend to do that, the results are not there. So it's hard to wear the hat of that person. It's hard to see yourself as that person without the results. But the key is that the results will only come once we step in that role, because what happens outside is the reflection of what's going on inside. And when I really understood this concept, I realized that it is magic. Because all this time I was looking for the best strategy outside. What should I do? What emails should I send? How much hours should I put in? All these things, but none of these tactics work until I worked on myself, until I worked on elevating my self-image, until I started to see myself differently. So you don't really have to change anything about yourself. All you need to do is to start seeing yourself differently and step into that role of a successful entrepreneur. Because if you think about it, no matter what strategy you're using, let's take the example of coaching business because I am discussing it right now. But whatever your business is, or even if you're going for a job interview or applying for a senior role, whatever you're doing, right? When you are representing yourself, you are giving an impression to other people. And that impression is the reflection of how you see yourself because you will think, you will feel, and you will behave like that person. And then people will see you like that person. So no matter what you're saying tactically or what you're doing or how you are showing up for those people and in what format you're using, whether you're using a webinar, whether you're saying certain words or whatever it is, but people are seeing you. So you need to be the most confident version of yourself. You need to believe in yourself. You need to be the powerhouse, right? Because when you're working with people, then people are looking to increase their confidence. People are looking to be a better version of themselves. People are looking to elevate themselves. And when they see you doing that, they give themselves the permission that, yes, if this person can do it, I can do it. So they need to almost borrow your confidence to be confident in themselves. So if you are not the powerhouse, you show up as that person where you express your energy, where you have this aura, this charisma, then people will not be able to see you, as a successful entrepreneur. And that's what happens. Like sometimes we say that, okay, this doesn't feel right, right? This person doesn't feel right. Why do we say it doesn't feel right? Why do we miss that connection? Because what we're doing is we can't put our words towards it, but we are saying that I cannot see this person helping me, right? So, really understanding that the real work is showing up and being that version of yourself who has already got that success. Although you may not have the proof, for yourself to believe in yourself, but first you have to believe in yourself and the success will follow. A lot of times I've seen that business owners have this imposter syndrome that I'm not good enough. I don't think I'll be able to do it. What is it? It's just the way you're seeing yourself, right? And when you start doubting yourself, that's when it will be communicated to other people in your energy, right? Now, a lot of people say that, okay, I think that I need to get more education to feel confident. Okay. But what I want to tell you is that education will not give you confidence. Confidence is a state of mind. And when you get rid of the limiting beliefs, when you get rid of those doubts and fear and like the past experiences where it didn't work, when you don't let those things come in the way, you will have that state of mind. Okay. And when you start feeling confident, then you are giving your mind a message that this is what I am. And then your mind has to give you the roadmap to really become that person. Right. So it's really start with changing the state of your mind, really feeling like that person, acting like that person. And there a point comes that when you act like that person for so long, you become one. Like Napoleon Hill says that the dominating thoughts of your mind become your reality. So if you think of yourself as a very confident person, someone who's really successful without the proof, without the sign that you are earning a lot of money or you have a success in your business, when you start seeing yourself as that person, then success is inevitable because outside is just the reflection of what's going on inside, right? So a lot of people say that, oh, I need to have a lot of testimonials to feel that I'm good enough, but you are your biggest testimonial. So if you are confident, if you communicate that confident energy to the other person, then that person would automatically start to trust you, right? So it is great to have testimonials, it is great to have reviews, but if you are not communicating that confidence, then those testimonials have no meaning, right? So a lot of times what we try to do is we tend to look for things outside to believe in ourselves, to gain our confidence, to step in that person, to really elevate our self-image. But the key is that it starts with within. It starts with how you see yourself. So I want to ask you this. What limiting thoughts do you tell yourself every single day? So when I did that exercise for the first time, and I was already doing a lot of mindset work, so I thought I'm a very positive person. I don't say anything negative about me. But when I did that exercise for the first time, I had 92 thoughts which I came up with, which I told myself every single day, which are limiting, which were disempowering. 92 thoughts. And then I decided that how can I change the dialogue? And I flipped those thoughts to empowering thoughts. And then I took all those thoughts and wrote my new self image script. So the key is that you were saying, or I was saying at that time, those disempowering thoughts. And as a result, my that version, which was limited, which was suppressed, which was not really me, was coming out because I was saying those thoughts. I was shedding the light on that version of myself, right? Which was disempowered, which wasn't really me, which was, which was not really stepping into my power. And I felt weak. I felt, that I felt the doubts in my capabilities, in myself. And all this time I was looking for the best strategy outside, right? But when I changed the dialogue and started saying those empowering thoughts, and I recorded that script, right? And I kept listening to it over and over and over again, I saw a sudden shift in my actions and how I behaved and how I felt. I felt a huge shift in my energy, in my vibration, how I felt every day, how confident I felt. And then I could see that other people were attracted to me. They wanted to hear my message. They saw the conviction in my message. And that conviction helped them to really see themselves. That conviction helped them to believe what I'm saying and change their own identity. That concept helped them to actually go and dig deeper and see where the limitations are within them and then extract that confident version of them. So when we start to feel more confident and empowered, what we are really doing is we are helping other people to see that confidence in them. And that's when they're attracted towards because we help them see that version of themselves and they're craving for that version to come out, right? So in whatever capacity you work with other people, they need to see, they're craving to see the empowered version of them. And you can only help with that once you step into your power, once you step into your version, your best self. So I would suggest that while you work on your business, while you take the action, while you do the tactics, while you do all the things you need to do, the projects, the Excel, the tables, all those things, spend a lot of time working on yourself, elevating yourself, right? Seeing how you can see yourself different today, how you can elevate your self image so that when you come across people, you have a different aura, you have charisma. And then it comes to the point that just your presence, just you expressing yourself is enough for them to say yes to work with you. You don't need to have all these tactics and all these shiny objects and hopping from one strategy to the other because they can feel your energy. Because one thing we need to understand is that we communicate with each other not just on a conscious level but also at a subconscious level. So we are experiencing each other's energy. And even if you're sitting and talking to somebody on Zoom and you're far away, miles away, you can still experience their energy because it is not what's emitting physically, but it is you're picking up with your intuition. So you can tell in seconds, you can tell what that person is like, right? You can have an image of that person. And it's not that we are judgmental and we judge other people. No, our mind is a meaning maker. It wants to give meanings to different things and store them in the memory, right? So it has to give meaning so that it can store in the right file, right area, right? So we see somebody, we immediately see what that person is like. And that is very, very fast. So no matter what strategy you use, if you get the script from the best marketer in the world, right, who can give you all the tools, all the things they use, but if You are not there in your stepping into your higher version, in your next level version, the person who has already achieved that goal, what you're going after. It's not going to work, because the best strategy, the most important strategy, I would say, is you, and it's all within you. It just needs to come out, and all you need to do is start seeing yourself differently, fall in love with yourself all over again, right? And see and love yourself to see the best in you. Tell yourself empowering thoughts every single day. And the more empowering thoughts you'll say to yourself, that version will come on the surface. So I hope you enjoyed this session, and I'll see you in the next session. Lots of love.